Today's session is an endurance session. So we're going to start by walking. I want you to have a look at the screen right now and just look at my arm position. It's an endurance session, but we're going to focus on our body position. Now you'll notice when I pass the screen, my arms go from being straight by my sides to being bent to 90 degrees. I'm not creating a cross-body movement. I want you to think that bent at 90 degrees, watch again, moving from wrist to elbow, that's as far forward as my arms go and as far back as they go. So during today's session, when I talk about body position, that's what I'm talking about. So we're starting with a walk, and let's just add in some A skips. We've done these guys before. You're bringing the knee to hip height and skipping on that standing foot. We're just going to do 5 on each side and going back to a walk. Now we're going to do some high heels. So again, bringing those knees up. You can't see it in the video, I'm too far away. Bringing those knees up, but bringing the heels up towards the bum. Landing on the midpoint of the foot, not too far forward on the toes. We're doing about 5 on each side and coming back to a walk. So next we're going to do some side skips. So just bringing one foot into the other, turning to the side and skipping to the side. Let's do 5 on one side, change, walk for a moment, and let's swap and do 5 on the other side. And you can do this karaoke if you like, swapping legs over and changing position. Nice mobility for the hips. So easing out the walk, we're going to do 50-second intervals today. So again, I want you to think about feeling comfortable, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and not pushing yourself too hard. Let's go. Nice, easy pace. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. When you start running, let's start at the ground. Think about where your foot is hitting the floor. Is it hitting on the heel? Are you pushing your legs out in front of you? Or are you landing on the balls of your feet? I want you to think about landing on the midpoint of your foot. As you run, I want you to think about the sound your feet are making on the ground. If it's a loud slapping sound, if you can hear over the sound of my voice, then I want you to relax the feet. Relax the lower leg. Just taking off my gloves and throwing them away. And think about trying to just hit the ground softly. We're back to a walk here now. So our recovery periods are going to be approximately 30 seconds. And as we continue to recover, I want you to check in with yourself. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and think about how difficult that felt. Do you feel that your pace was a little bit on the hot side? Because usually for our first interval, we've loads of energy and we tend to go off a bit strong. So just think about how you're feeling, and if you feel you need to relax the pace a small bit. Let's start running again, back into another 50-second interval. There's going to be a few of these, so think about pacing yourself. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Have you managed to relax the feet a little bit this time? Now, just as we said a moment ago, those arms are moving. There you go, you can see them happening there. Elbows pushing backwards. So if you can focus on the elbow going backwards rather than swinging the arms forward, it's going to be a little bit more comfortable for you. And in about 5 seconds, we're going to be coming back to a walk. So keep pushing it for the last 3, 2, 1, and you're walking again. So once again, let's check in. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Out of 10, how difficult did that feel? Do you feel like you can push the pace up a little bit? Do you feel like you need to pull it back a small bit? Or did it feel just right? You've got 10 seconds of your recovery left. So right now I want you to think about what your arm position is going to be, and let's go for a run. So from here, we have been thinking about how the foot is landing. We've been thinking about our arm position, focusing on pushing the elbows behind us as opposed to swinging the arms forward in front of our bodies. Right now, I want you to think about what's the position of your body overall. Are you shuffling in a crouched position? That used to be my default when I got fatigued. And this is why we don't go out and try to do a big long run on day one, because as we fatigue, our body position changes and we're going to increase our risk of injury. So we want to build strength over short distances before we push for more endurance. Let's come back to a walk. Relax the arms by the sides, shake them out, pull the shoulders up towards the ears, breathe in, exhale, relax, shake those arms out. We've got 10 seconds before we go again, so just regulate your breathing. And we're going to start back to our run right now. So pushing the elbows behind, I want you to think about your head position next. Where are you looking? How does your neck feel on your shoulders? Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Pull your shoulders up towards your ears and then relax them down gently. I want you to be looking at the ground in front of you. Think of not looking straight in front at the horizon, but looking at the road about 10 feet in front of you. That means that your head is going to be in a relaxed position. You're not looking down at your feet. You're not looking up at the sky, overextending your neck. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. And I want you to think about what your hands are doing now. Are your fists tightly clenched, or are your hands relaxed? Come back to a walk. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, staying relaxed. Shake out your arms. Pull your shoulders up towards your ears. Let them drop down by your sides as you walk. We've got 5 seconds before we go again. And let's go. Starting your jog again, bend your arms at the elbows, pushing your elbows behind you. Now don't force that either. We want to keep them nice and relaxed. So it's just a gentle swing. And oftentimes when we hold our arms really tightly or we swing them in front of our body, our legs tend to mimic what our upper body's doing. So we might feel a little bit imbalanced, or we might feel like our footfall is kind of a little bit all over the place. So I want you to think about how relaxed your upper body is, and I want you to be able to transfer that down to your lower body. You're going to keep going. I've stopped to grab a drink. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're coming back to a walk. 30 seconds recovery here. Once again, think about your breathing. Does that feel really hard? Out of 10, how difficult does this session feel? When you're getting to the end of 50 seconds, do you feel like you really need to stop, like you can't go anymore? Because if that's the case, all you need to do is slow down your pace. You might not need to stop, just slow things down. Getting ready to run again, and let's go. Elbows bent at 90 degrees. Chin is level, and we're looking out about 10 feet in front of us at the ground, not gazing at the horizon, not looking at our feet. Feet are relaxed. Keeping our core strong, I want you to imagine you've got a hook at the top of your head, and rather than slouching down into your hips, I want you to feel yourself tall. So try to put some length through your body and think of yourself as being tall. I know I used to always sit down into my running, and it certainly didn't help with aching joints, aching knees. But that ache used to go away when I stretched myself out. And we're back to a walk. 30 seconds of recovery. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Shake out the arms. Squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears on the inhale. And as you exhale, shake your arms out by your sides. We've got 5 seconds before we go again. How's your breathing? And let's go. So starting from our feet, where are you landing on your foot? Think about landing gently on the midpoint. Relaxing the legs, shake out the arms for a moment, and just think about how that transfers down to the legs. Okay, so we're keeping the core nice and strong, pulling the belly button gently back towards the spine. Lengthening through the spine, making sure the arms are bent to 90 degrees, gently pressing the elbows behind and not swinging the arms across the front of the body or too far forwards. Lengthen the neck, looking towards the floor about 10 feet in front of you so that you can assess whether there's any trips or any hazards. And coming back to a walk. So we've got 30 seconds recovery here. So for our final interval, we're going to look at relaxing the jaw, what's happening inside the mouth, because again, that can really affect how we're holding our shoulders, how we're holding our neck, and how well we're relaxing. So let's go. This interval is going to be just a little bit longer. Because I want you to be able to practice relaxing inside the mouth and in your hands. So first and foremost, let's look at what the hands are doing. I want you to shake out from the wrists, relax the fingers, straighten your palms, stretch your fingers away as far as they'll go, and now just let them relax. Tuck your thumb into your fingers or put them gently on top of your fingers, and just cup your hands gently. Don't squeeze your hands into fists. Does that allow you to relax your shoulders and relax your arms? So we're just bringing awareness. Now I want you to think about what's happening inside your mouth. Is your jaw clenched? Is your tongue pressed hard to the insides of your teeth? Try to relax it. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So just a reminder, this is going to be a slightly longer interval. We're walking here now. And our final interval is going to be the longest one. So while we're walking, I want you to practice breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, but I want you to let the tongue go slack in the mouth. Let it fill the inside of your teeth. And I want you to just bring awareness to what you're doing as you're running. Again, we tend to tighten up along our necks, along our shoulders, and even along our jaws. Some people complain of headaches when they run for long periods. Some people complain of stress or tightness between the shoulders. And we're trying to get rid of all that. We're back to a run now for our final set. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Actually, I think this might just be our second last one. Maybe not our final one. I'm getting your hopes up. Let's relax that mouth. Let's relax the hands. Starting at the ground, let's go through our body position as a system. Back to a walk, and let's start relaxing the feet. Shorten your stride length, keep your legs relaxed. Are you landing on the ball or the midpoint of your foot? Not the ball just behind the toes, but just behind that again, on the midpoint, and rolling forward through the foot. Are your lower legs relaxed? Do you have a soft bend in the knees? Let's come back to a run for our final set. This is definitely the final one, I promise. Are you strong through the hips, lengthening through the spine, and making yourself as tall as possible? Keeping the core strong, pulling the belly button gently back towards the spine and just keeping it engaged, not squeezing back like you're trying to fit into a pair of jeans, but just keeping gentle engagement. Once again, lengthen through the spine. Squeeze your shoulder blades up towards your ears. Take a breath in and exhale them back down. Gently shaking out the arms, keeping them relaxed. Bend the elbows to 90 degrees. Relax the hands. Squeeze the fingers away from you. Stretch through the palm of the hand and then relax. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let's come back to a walk. That's your session done, crew. Walk to warm down, do a little bit of mobility, and we'll do it all again during the rest of the week.